Hey guys, Galucia here, and I am bringing you an exclusive first look at War Inc. It's a new third-person shooter. It's going to be free to play when it comes out. Right now it is in closed beta, but thanks to TGN, I was able to get an invite to the closed beta. The company that's making the game, whose name escapes my mind right now, so I apologize, but they invited TGN directors to come take a look at their game, and it's pretty awesome. I was pretty impressed by this game. It's it's still in the beta, so you can't be too judgmental. I mean, it's nice that they're doing a beta. Some of the biggest shooters that are out right now, Call of Duty, don't do betas, and it's like, that's how you figure out what's going on. So, but yeah, this is pretty intense. I had a recording fail, so I have to apologize. I wanted to post my first gameplay ever. That's kind of like become a tradition or standard on YouTube or whatever. And I had a bit of a record fail, and here I have a shoot fail. I don't know what's going on. I've had this problem before too. He's a sniper. Obviously in the particular class that I'm in, I'm using it comes standard with an M4 with an AT4 launcher and a Desert Eagle as your handgun with a scope on it, which is really weird. But yeah, on my first recording I went 10-3. I had the clutch kill at the end. It was pretty stellar. And then in this one, it's not as stellar, which always makes you mad, but whatever. Still need to post it. It's the first video on there, and I had to show this off. This guy, I could not even see where that was coming from. That really bothered me. But anyway, yeah, that thing with the sniper, I don't know. My first gameplay, I had that problem too. Empty the entire mag into like a distant sniper and hit nothing. It's kind of weird in third person. Like, I have an M4, and traditionally, here I'm screwing around with a box trying to figure out what it's about. Traditionally, you can use an M4 for a long distance engagement. It's not recommended, but you can do it. But it just seemed like none of the bullets were hitting, so I'm gonna just chalk that up to beta-ness. Like here I was getting hits. Obviously, I took him out before he got me out, and that was no farther than the sniper was before. So it's something about a sniper. And maybe just, I don't know, that just, yeah, it seems like it's a little buggy. I can take snipers out in the open, but whenever they're embedded somewhere and I'm firing on them, it just seems like it's not going to work. But yeah, the mechanics in this are pretty smooth. I like the effect when you're sprinting, blurring it out a little bit. That's kind of cool. You get a decent amount to the sprint. The kill feed is real nice. It's real plain and simple, but it, short and to the point so that you know what's going on. The map is really good. It seems like it's pretty much automatic that if you or someone on your team spots an enemy, that it's going to just show up on your map, so you can really utilize that. And here you're seeing me utilizing third person. A lot of people don't play, they're used to first person shooters, and this guy got the drop on me. But you see there, like, you're behind a wall. Normally in a first person shooter you wouldn't be able to see past that, but I'm arching my camera so that I could see the guy coming at me, and I'm able to get the drop on him. Besides the other guy coming around the corner, but at least I, got one of them down. But yeah, you kind of have to play different. You can't have the same mindset than you do in a first-person shooter. You really got to utilize the fact that you have this camera angle. You can see all around you. It just kind of sucks because it's nice to be able to aim down your sights to get those precise shots. And in this, even when you're aiming, which I do most of the time, I'm aiming down the quote-unquote down the sights. But all it does is close your sight picture a little bit. It still pretty much feels like firing from the hip, and I still end up spraying like crazy. I've only tried the one class so far, and you're gonna have to forgive me again because I don't even remember the name of this class. I was gonna go with Spec Ops, but it plays different than what you would expect Spec Ops to be, and by default it's pretty much the same as this class actually, but it's a little bit heavier for some reason. You would think Spec Ops would be lighter and like stealthy, but it's not. It was like heavy. But it had like a launcher, I think it was RPG with an AK-47 and some type of pistol, but this was like the other variant of that, I guess. But this guy gets a drop on me just because he has more armor. So, but yeah, so you're getting experience points, you're getting GP. There's a lot going on. Obviously, I'm getting experience points from killing, which you're going to use to level up. The GP, as best as I understand it, is going to be used for buying your weapons and stuff like that. For the beta, all the classes are immediately unlocked, but for the normal game, you're going to have to pay to unlock your classes. So at this point, I don't know which classes are going to be defaulted like right away and which ones you're going to have to buy at a later time. I think this one's going to be one of the default classes right away, though, that you're not going to have to buy. But yeah, all the classes are unlocked for the beta, and it's, like I said, it's pretty stellar. So I really enjoy this. Here I'm just sprinting for my life. I can't believe I survived and got away from that. It's a little buggy, you know, being in beta. I've had some issues with launchers on the first map. Like 2 out of 3 of my deaths were from my own doing, from thinking that you're clearing whatever you're standing behind, firing the AT4, and it blows up in your face. So that's no good. No one wants that. But yeah, it's I really like the way that this is coming together. It at first I was thinking, well, this is just gonna be another Battlefield Heroes, like free to play third-person shooter or whatever. But you know, I think it's going for a little more realism than Battlefield Heroes, because that tends to be a little bit more cartoonish, kind of like Team Fortress a little bit, but not quite as silly. but no, this and to be honest with you, I didn't like. Here I'm imagining things. I didn't really like Battlefield Heroes. I love the Battlefield series, but Battlefield Heroes just didn't do it for me. And yeah, you should always sprint everywhere you go so that you're not ready to engage people. That's a tip from Uncle Galucia. But yeah, so I guess what I'm probably gonna end up doing is I'll play at least each class once, and I'll just post the video of like my first encounter with it, just to see, you know, how they feel and whatnot. But what I'm gonna do for you, the peeps, is, now this is limited, so you have to, you know, act now. But along with giving me access to the closed beta and the other TGN, and here I was stuck reloading. The reload time is pretty lengthy, even with the M4, which in the M4 you wouldn't expect to have a long reload time, but it really is. But anyway, yeah, along with giving the TGN directors access to this, they gave us a boatload of passes to hand out to our viewers. So I am going to be posting in the description. I'll put basically I'll explain it to you right now, but it's real simple. In the description I'll post the information you need. But there is a link, and when you click on the link, it'll take you to the game's website. You'll have to register as a new user, and it's going to ask you for an invite code, and I'll put the invite code in the description, so you can go ahead and just use that invite code, and that'll get you in the game. And you know, if they're gonna possibly ask you to, you know, maybe fill out like a survey or something like that, you might get like surveys in your email asking you about the game or whatnot, and you know, just tell them that TGN sent you, or more specifically, you can tell them that Galucia sent you, and you know, TGN and I would appreciate that. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a lot of fun, especially since it's free. I mean, you can't beat that. But anyway, the GP thing, that might be just like the same way that a lot of these free shooters go, where like you end up having to pay for GP to unlock certain things in the game. Not really sure how all the different things to unlock are going to go. They have perks, the same as most shooters do nowadays, but you can only pick one, so it's beneficial to you to pick one for your class. Also, when I first started, they gave me 1 point to spend, like for a specialization in a certain thing. And here, this guy, oh my goodness, I definitely should have got the kill here. I'm going around, and obviously he goes around, but he must have. I'm thinking snipers must have claymores or something like that, because here I just get blown up for no reason, and then I just see him like run by me. But he didn't like throw a grenade at me or anything like that. Like, see, it's just like random explosion in my face. So good for him. Anyway, yeah, there's different perks and there's different classes. There's points you can spend on specific things. I think what I spent my first point on was assault, which gave me like +5 for health or armor or something like that. And then there was a perk that gave me +10 for armor. So I figured I would just load up on that, make me a little more tough, so that, you know, in some of those engagements you're gonna win out just because of your armor loadout. But you know, anyway, pretty stellar game. This is where we pretty much fall out from this point on. Like, they captured all our points, so all we're left with is like the default spawn. And it's this exact opposite of what happened on my first video, because we ended up taking all the points, and then we all just rushed their last spawn, and they couldn't go anywhere, and I ran out of ammo. The rockets at this point are useless. I've yet to get a kill with them. I've been killed once by a rocket, but I've not gotten any kills. They're pretty useless. But I used the rockets to no avail. They only had a couple players left, and I get a 2-player clutch at the very end. Here we're capping a flag, and usually there will be like a progress bar on your screen, but on this game the progress bar is actually on the flag, so if you want to know what's going on, you actually have to look at it, which is what I do right here. But yeah, I get a clutch 2 kill with my Desert Eagle with a scope, which again is so weird, but I shot one guy from under a truck. I could just see his legs, and I took him out, and then I went around the edge of it, and there was a sniper sitting there, and it took 3 shots, but it was 3 headshots with a Desert Eagle, which seems excessive, but took him out, and it was like the clutch game-winning kill, 10-3, and I was like, this is gonna be sweet. Record fail. It's awesome. I don't know. I guess I'm just out of practice. I just got my PC back. For those that are aware of my situation, finally got my computer back. This isn't the first game that I've recorded, but it's the first one that I recorded that I'm posting, because I'm gonna post this right away on TGN. But yeah, on my channel I'm posting up some new Minecraft stuff with my buddy Grim. So everyone that's a fan of that, keep your eyes peeled on my channel, because I got a lot of new stuff coming out now that my PC is up and running. I could never hear that was shenanigans. I had to drop. I knew he was coming around the corner because I could see him from the other side. So I start opening up knowing that he's coming around the corner, and somehow, yeah, I'm guessing he must have got a headshot because I was crouched down. And sometimes that doesn't work to your advantage, because it gives them a smaller sight picture. But if they're good at aiming, then they're gonna aim for your mass still, and then there I decided to shoot my teammate because I felt like he needed a motivation thing there. But so then they're like, it's almost like they're more guaranteed to hit your head. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I think sometimes they can get lazy when you're just standing there and enter and just aim center mass, and then they're not gonna get a headshot as good. But whatever, anyway. So I think, yeah, there we go. Your team lost. So yeah, that was the end. We ran out of time. So yeah, I got like twice as many points on the first one, but whatever. You guys will just have to take my word for it. But check this game out. Like I said, I'll post everything, all that stuff in the description, and stay tuned, because I'm gonna do a video for each one of the classes, I guess. Doing what I gotta do. All right, guys. Later.